Hello, I'm Elissa, Queen of Carthage. I'm here to tell you about the ancient history of Tunisia. The history of Tunisia spans roughly 3,000 years, from ancient Carthage to modern Tunisia. The region is located in the heart of the Mediterranean in northern Africa and was ruled by some of the most powerful states in the Mediterranean. In Roman times, the region was called Africa, a name that eventually became descriptive of the entire continent. Initially, tribal societies of Berbers inhabited the region, and then its true ancient history began with the arrival of Elissa, or Dido, a Phoenician princess. Princess Elissa was born in the Phoenician city of Tyre, mentioned in the Bible, the daughter of her father, King Belus. Tyre was the largest trading port in the ancient world, a center of shipbuilding and finance, and a transportation hub, which is why later scholars called it the New York of the ancient world. The heyday of the kingdom of Tyre was during the reign of Hiram I, who actively interacted with David and Solomon of the kingdom of Israel, especially by providing artisans and Lebanese cedar, lumber for the construction of the temple in Jerusalem. After Hiram III's death, Tyre experienced a temporary decline, but it rose to prominence again during the reign of Elissa, who united all of Phoenicia, including Sidon, and expanded its territory to the island of Cyprus and parts of Libya in North Africa. He also worked to maintain friendly relations with neighboring countries. Ethobal gave his daughter Jezebel in marriage to Ahab, king of northern Israel, a marriage that led to trade and economic prosperity for Phoenicia. In 830 BC, Ethobal's grandson, Metoni, died, leaving the throne jointly to his son Pygmalion and daughter Elissa. Elissa was the niece of Jezebel and the queen of King Ahab. She married her uncle, Ahasuerus, who was a high priest of the Canaanite god Melchizedek, but her brother Pygmalion coveted Ahasuerus's power and wealth and assassinated him in the temple, a fact he kept from Elissa. According to legend, the spirit of Ahasuerus told Elissa what had happened to him in a dream. He also told her where she could find his treasure and advised her to leave Tyre, warning her of the danger to her life. Elissa and her supporters found the gold treasure, but feeling threatened and frightened, Elissa decided to deceive Pygmalion and flee. She promised Pygmalion that she could send him a tribute for her travels. On this promise, Pygmalion provided her with a ship. At night, she hid the gold treasure in the ship and loaded it with bags of sand. When she went out to sea, she threw the bag of sand into the ocean, declaring that it was a tribute to her murdered husband. Elissa decided to leave his homeland and go elsewhere, and her supporters followed her. They first went to the island of Cyprus to get supplies. There, Elissa's group married 20 virgins, who pledged to serve in the temple of Ashdod. They then settled on the coast of what is now Tunisia. Elissa met with Japan, the king of the natives there, and offered to lease as much land as she could mark with cowhides. The king thought the size of the land she was asking for would not exceed a cowhide, but Elissa got more land by cutting the cowhides into long strips. The land was called Birsa, which means cowhide. King Japan was so impressed with Elissa's talents that he asked her to marry him. But when she refused, he decided to build a university to find other young women with similar talents. There, Elissa founded a new city around 814 BC. It was called Carthage, which means new land. The Carthaginians had great respect for their queen, Elissa, and considered her to be the goddess Tanit.
Ladies and gentlemen,